Hello, I'm Carl at Trident Fly Fishing. Today we're going to tie the Platte River Spider. The Platte River Spider is a classic streamer and a wet fly designed by Chris Schrantz that's been successfully swung on a spey fly rod as well as swung, stripped, and dead drifted in a single-handed rod. Here's the fly in the vise. The hook we're going to use today is a TMC 200R in the size 6. And our thread is UTC 70 denier in black. And we'll get this tie started about an eye length and a half behind the hook eye. Wrap back to something short of the halfway point. About there will do. First material is just some Pheasant Tail fibers dyed red. We'll pull several of those off from a stem. We'll tie this in on top of the hook right there. And then the main body material for this fly is going to be some brown and some yellow Marabou quill feathers. I'm going to tie these in by the tips. Try and find yourself a couple of feathers with really thin stems. They'll tie in much nicer. And if you wet the feather just a little bit, it tames it, makes it a little easier to work with. Doesn't make any difference whether you tie the yellow or the white in. You're going to tie them both in together, so doesn't make any difference which one's on top. They're all going to get mixed up. Now we're just going to palmer these forward, sweeping the fibers back. Again, if you get them just a little bit wet, they're easier to manage. You also want to try and select some Marabou with some really thin stems. Makes it much easier to wrap. And once we get up to the close to the hook eye, I'm going to capture all that Marabou. Probably shouldn't have let go of that. Cut those stems off. Wrap back over that, neaten it up a little bit. And now you can take your bodkin and pick out any of the trapped fibers. There's always a few. Mind the hook point as you try to neaten this up. It's easy to catch your finger. Next we're going to tie in a couple of strands of root beer colored Krystal Flash. Just 2 strands on each side. We'll tie in 2 strands here on the near side and on the far side. Next, we're going to palmer in a mallard flank feather. And these are in the color Wood Duck Gold. So So we'll prepare a feather by stripping away the material we're not going to be able to use. And we're going to tie this in by the tip. Good tight turns here so it doesn't pull out as you palm this forward. And we're just going to moisten these fibers and sweep them back. And wrap our collar. I don't like the way that's laying back. Maybe we'll try some hackle pliers on there and have a little better control. Reach the eye, we'll tie that off. We'll wrap back over some of that to help it lay back down. And for our top wing, we're going to use hackle feathers from a furnace cape. And we want these to be about 3/4 of the length of the body of the fly. Measure that back to about there. And we're going to put those right on top. Looks good. So now we'll just neaten the head up. Take our whip finish tool, do a 4 or 5 turn whip finish. Cut our thread, and a little head cement. And our fly is finished. Please feel free to leave comments at the bottom of the page, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button to view all the new content here at Trident Fly Fishing. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you again next time.